In the last episode of my video, where we talked about Goodluck Jonathan running for presidency come 2027 under the platform of People's Democratic Party, which started trending on the internet space after the former governor of Borno State, Alimodu Sheriff, maintained on national television that they are making frantic effort to bring Goodluck Jonathan into PDP to run for presidency in 2027. In fact, he highlighted that Goodluck Jonathan, as far as he's concerned, is the best candidate for the North. I disagreed with him in that very, section, maintaining in summary that all that matters to some of these our northern brothers and sisters, especially the political class, is grabbing of power, of which they have been grabbing for many years without doing any meaningful thing with the powers they have been grabbing. Rather, living extravagantly, living in affluence, while a larger majority of the North continues to wallow in poverty. Because of this very previous discussion, I decided to bring to your audience this very brief interview of Goodluck Jonathan, where he highlighted a few things. And I can tell you, this message that Goodluck Jonathan passed in this very interview should go back to somebody like Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, somebody like Alimodu Sheriff. It should also go back to Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In this country, Nigeria, we need reformers. We need competent men and women, men of due process to move Nigeria forward. Because in this section, we will also highlight what the son of Rufai, Nazir Rufai, what he said on the X handle, formerly Twitter, that if INEC for any reason dare to conduct free, fair and credible election in 2027, that before 12 noon, that Peter Obi would have defeated Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Undebatable. That before Senator Oluremi Tinubu finishes making breakfast at 12 on that day, that Peter Obi would have cleared everywhere and claimed the victory to be the next president of this country. But first of all, make una listen to Goodluck Jonathan.
Politics is not about you must be there. If God wants you to be there, you will be there. If it is not yet your turn to be there, you will not be there. When I became a vice president, that day I almost cried. I never wanted to. But that was my destiny, and I had to move. So I plead that our people who are interested in these offices and our supporters should conduct themselves very well. They want to serve us, not to serve themselves. I always tell people that if you are so ambitious, then go and do business. You cannot force me that to take you to serve me. If you want to be in the state assembly and people don't want you, fine, go and sleep. You want to be a governor and the people don't want you, go and sleep or do business. But if you want to serve us as people, then you must be humble. And you will not kill us before you serve us. Every other state, elections were conducted December 98. It's only Bayelsa, because of security reasons. Elections were deferred to January 99. So governing Bayelsa state is quite challenging. Yes, our population is low, but the terrain is challenging and a lot of security challenges. So I commend the governor and his team for maintaining peace in this in the state. I have to appreciate that.
For those of you who are critical thinkers, this has always been the stand of Goodluck Jonathan, right from 2023, when Bola Tinubu, Atiku, and Peter Obi were on the ballot. Goodluck Jonathan is a very decent man, and I can tell you, he's a man of integrity who has told Nigerians over the years that his political ambition is not worth the blood of any innocent Nigeria. Hence, he's a man you can regard to as somebody where they do things small. You understand? On a be an easy life. He's a man, with an easy life. He's not interested in gragra or the politics of rascality that we have in this country, Nigeria. So, making an inference from that very, standpoint, we can clearly say that Goodluck Jonathan obviously may never be interested whichever way PDP chieftain tries to woo him, tries to lure him into coming to the ballot come 2027. Having established that, I want to also say that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar would have been 82 years by 2027 or thereabout. So from all ramifications from what we have seen, with the past leaders of this country, people come into office sick, old and sick, and they continue to use Nigerian collective resources to resuscitate themselves. A typical example is the late former president Muhammadu Buhari. Everybody saw what happened. He spent a larger, part of his tenure treating himself, trying to be healthy. Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also doing the same thing, and he's also gearing to run for 2027. We cannot continue in that trajectory. We need younger individuals to move this country forward. In fact, we need people I can call fixers. Peter Obi is one man that knows how to fix situation. You see how he has, criticized constructively this administration. They will jump on White Elephant project in order to thief money at the end of the day. Peter Obi, everybody saw the landmark achievement he had in Anambra State, moving the state on education, for example. And you must not forget that education is one of the key KPIs, key performance indicators, that World Bank, as well as MDGs, Millennium Development Goals, one of the parameters they use to measure growth of a country as well as that of a state. And that is why Peter Obi won the awards, Bill Gates Award and that of the MDGs. In moving Anambra State education-wise from 24th out of 36 to number 1, and it was consistent for 3 years. Who does that in the Nigeria of today? If not, what their champion is how to steal money. Everybody also saw what he did in other sectors, constructing roads, giving access road to farmers in the rural areas. Many of the rural areas we have in Anambra State were built by Peter Obi, reconstructed and built by Peter Obi. We cannot do that in Nigeria. People find it difficult to travel from Lagos to Anambra State. People find it difficult to travel from Lagos to the east. Government will not fix this road. Rather, they will jump into other bigger White Elephant project. And that is why I have been rooting that we need somebody I call a fixer, a man of due process like Peter Obi, who will come in and spend less money fixing the current dilapidated infrastructures in Nigeria. Now look at what the son of Rufai said, Bashir Rufai. According to Rufai's son, he wrote, Atiku is a force to be reckoned with. He also feels the stars have finally aligned in his favor. And although 2019 is thought to have been his best shot, this may be one of those moments meets the man. However, the sheer force of Obi's numbers and cult-like followership brings a challenge. His appeal across the youth and this younger generation is one profound aspect of his leverage. Obi is a flag bearer with a strong northern candidate would defeat Pablo on election day before our dear mother of the nation, Auntie Remy, finishes his breakfast around 12 noon. In this episode, he even called Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu Pablo. If na anyhow person try am for Nigeria, now you go here say DSS don't go carry the person. But unfortunately, we know as this country they take work. You understand? The elites are protected in all ramifications. This very statement of Rufai's son reinforces what I've always stood for, that Peter Obi will beat Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027 on a free, fair and credible election day. There is no discussion about it. Now, also listen to what the former legal advisor of People's Democratic Party, Jacob, what he said, that Peter Obi is a force, that Peter Obi is a man that every political party would be eager to host. What does that tell you? He understands the dynamics of the current politics of Nigeria. Make una listen to the man.
So, considering the current state of the PDP at the moment, some analysts are wondering why Peter Obi would want to return to the party. Why is he suddenly worthy of being the PDP's presidential candidate when he was denied the same opportunity when the PDP was still thriving as a political party?
There is no doubt that Peter Obi, following his showing in 2023, is a brand that any political party would like to host. The same way, there is no doubt that the PDP has been a brand. So if two likable brands come together, it is easy to predict the result.
Well, above all, whether you like it or not, Peter Obi is coming. My advice to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is to sheath his sword. Let him shelve his political ambition this time. Because if he tries to go into the ballot, it will end up the way it ended up over the years after contesting about 5 to 6 times. It will be a wasted effort, wasted money, and for the fact that he will compete alongside or against Peter Obi as well, will give Bola Tinubu the opportunity to win once again, and will continue with the same rhetorics, the same story, and the same hardship. So at this point, we sincerely hope that all of them will put heads together, sheath their sword, stand behind His Excellency Mr. Gregory Peter Obi, so that this victory will actually materialize come 2027. At this point, I will allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. My another person, Siam. God bless you.